All right, so welcome to the Friday edition of Performance Seminar. Today we have 3 performers, currently 2 present, and yeah. So our first performer for today is going to be Iris, who is going to announce her name and the piece that you'll be playing for us, and also make sure to turn on your camera.
Hello, I'm playing Sonatina 8 by Bach.
Awesome. So we have that was Iris performing there's a Bach Invention number 8 in F major. Due to some technical difficulties, I wasn't able to split the music, but hopefully you got a pretty good sense of that. So yeah, I'm gonna start the poll and then we'll go from there. So you guys can start filling out the poll, and then if you have any verbal feedback, you can just raise your hand. Yeah. Right, so we have the poll results coming in. I'll give you guys a few moments to fill that out. All right, so does anyone have any verbal feedback to give before I call on people? All right, let's try to get a couple of people. How about Bella, if you have any feedback to give?
I like that I like the character of the piece. It's quite energetic. I think you could work on movement and then dynamics and probably change your camera angle a little bit.
Yeah, all right, thank you. I definitely agree with those 2 points, or those points. And then Vivian, yeah,
I think you did pretty good with the dynamic and articulation. Your notes are one of the few notes were like a bit not wrong exactly, but like you accidentally hit 2 notes at the same time, and then like your articulation can like move, like have a bit more wider range, and then dynamic the same thing. Your body movement, since like this is sort of like a sonata, so like it's actually pretty hard to put in body movement, but try to move with the music a bit, and overall you did great.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And then, yeah, let's take a look at the poll now. All right, so sharing the results with you. So yeah, looking at your rhythm, you got 3 votes for 3 and 2 votes for 4. So yeah, the rhythm was pretty good overall. I don't think there was any major issues, but that at least I can point out specifically. But yeah, I think overall in terms of that, yeah, I don't think I have much to add actually. So yeah, that's pretty much where it's at. The notes, you got 2 votes for 3, 2 votes for 4, and 1 vote for 5. So in terms of the notes, as Vivian mentioned, there were a few missed notes throughout the score, but overall it wasn't too bad. So I think just making sure to go back and make sure that those are really solid overall. In terms of your pulse, we had 1 vote for, or 2 votes for 2, 1 vote for 3, and 2 votes for 4. So it's kind of all over the board, but I think the general the pulse was okay. I think there was a few moments where it kind of sped up, slowed down, but overall, just making sure, especially since the Bach piece, just trying to keep the pulse consistent can be very challenging, especially with the coordination. But kind of working through that will be super important. And then in terms of dynamics, this is probably one of the lower scores, or actually, it's, it's all kind of all over a little bit. But you have 2 votes, 3 votes for 2, 1 vote for 3, and 1 vote for 5, which is a bit of an outlier. But I think I think your dynamics were okay. They were kind of within the same range overall. So I think expanded the dynamic range. The character of the piece was pretty nice in terms of how it was articulated, but the dynamics were a big thing because it was kind of within the same dynamic range overall throughout the entire piece. So kind of maybe expanding it and working through that. And then the last part, articulation, you got, this is one of the, you got 4 votes for 3 and 1 vote for 4. So I didn't hear too many issues with articulation. I thought it was relatively clean for the most part, but I think there are a few spots, and also going with the notes as well, where it can be cleaned up.